Good morning, beautiful people. I'm Chris from the Landlord Training Institute, and in this week's video, I'm going to show you how to analyze rental ads. I'm going to show you what's working and what's not working, and what the most common errors are that people are making. Stick around. This one's going to help you. Subscribe and hit the bell below for more weekly actionable tip videos like this one. Let's get to it. Okay, so let's get to some analysis of ads. This one is actually by a fella who you should follow on Twitter. His handle there is at JTXREI. This is a for sale ad, and I wouldn't do too many of these normally. That's not really my focus, but let's take a look at this one. So first picture, you've got a good focal point in the room itself, which is that fireplace. This is a room that the shape of it is such that in maybe a larger room or something like that, you'd be able to duck around the corner and actually make the fireplace itself the focal point of the picture, which would be the goal. This, again, I highly recommend. Think about as they walk through the space, what they're going to see. So keeping pictures sort of in the correct order as if they were walking through the space is sort of what you're shooting for in most cases, at least. And this would do that. We can obviously see the fireplace would be over here in this room if they were to come take a spin. Now they're heading over to what looks like probably the kitchen. And here's the kitchen. Only thing I might do in this picture, because this is long and narrow kitchen, I might take a half a step to the right, and then I would frame it so that the very edge of this fridge is on the very edge of the picture, and I would shoot more at the sink. So as opposed to shooting down the sort of length of the kitchen, I'd be shooting towards the sink and the window. It kind of depends on the room. Just I get the feeling from this picture that's probably possible. Next up, same thing. I would probably, one thing I didn't point out in this first picture, so good job with the tap. You always want to see the profile of the tap in your kitchen pictures. And so in this one, I would actually rotate that tap back so you can see that profile a little bit better. But this has got a decent angle on it as far as like shooting the kitchen itself, not through the kitchen. And so that plays well. Normally, I wouldn't include bathrooms this high up in the picture count, like this picture number 5. But depending on what we've got coming next, this might fit. Always have the toilet seat down like this. I would say in this case, I would probably stand up a little bit. I'm guessing he probably had a little bit of trouble. I can see him in the mirror here, sort of framing that to get the sink and that sort of thing without actually catching a body in the picture. And so sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Living room, generally speaking, square rooms or rectangular rooms like this, which most of them are, work better from standing in a corner, shooting to the middle of the room. So I might investigate that for this one. Great shot of the bathroom. This is landscape style, not vertical. That's good. That's always sort of where you want to default, as long as it gets enough height and enough depth and stuff like that in your picture. Good job with the shower curtain. Rookie mistake always is people leave the toilet seat up and then they close the shower curtain, and it just makes it feel small. You never want to do that. Always have that wide open. Great job. A bedroom's a bedroom. You're going to capture the window, and then you're probably going to do one more and capture the closet, or in this case, just another. This looks like a different bedroom maybe. But yeah, stand from a corner, shoot to the middle, make sure it's nice and vacuumed and all that sort of stuff. The one thing I would probably do with this one is I would make sure that these blinds, I like keeping them wide open, and then I like dealing with this string by just wrapping around the end just for the pictures. Just get it, like nothing, zero chance of anybody interpreting any sort of clutter. But at the very minimum, I would keep these the same. So if they're a third open or 2/3 open, make them both the same. Another bedroom's exact same thing. Basements can be tough. They can be dark. They can be sometimes cramped. But you do what you do. You stand in a corner, you shoot to the middle, try and capture what the best features of the basement are, and try and de-emphasize what maybe isn't a great feature. I would have probably done a couple things. I don't know if this is a missing tile. I think it might be a missing tile. But I would probably just fiddle with these ceiling tiles until they sit as uniform as possible. And even if you had to do something, like grab some double-sided tape and tape it down, just knowing that it's only gonna last 10 minutes, but you're gonna take a picture of it, do it. Because this is a for sale ad, I would definitely bump this up. If this was a for rent ad, this is the exact right thing. Keep it near the bottom. Nobody, generally speaking, makes a decision based off the exterior of the home. It's a checkbox. So is it nice enough? That's a yes or no answer. If the answer is yes, they move on. They don't look at it and say, this is the most beautiful outside of a house I've ever seen. I've got to rent it, because the inside is what matters more to them. Yard, probably for sale ad, and honestly for a rental ad, I keep those at the back. So good job on that. One common mistake, this one right here. The exterior of a building as the initial picture, your thumbnail picture, that's going to perform terribly for click-through. Anytime you can have a combination of a living room and kitchen picture, like this open concept, use that one. I don't know if they're using this bag hanging here as a pop of color or not. It works for that, but it also looks a little bit like clutter. Next up, exterior amenity. This is a beautiful location, obviously. This is a phenomenal place, but it's probably, like, if this is a long-term rental, not a short-term rental, I wouldn't focus on those things initially. This is a great picture of a living room. Shot from a corner, shooting into the living room. This or else that kitchen picture would be what I would lead with, and I would probably follow up with the other one. Laundry, in-suite laundry, that's not too bad. I would probably not include it this high up, unless if you're in a market where this is uncommon, where having laundry in the unit itself is very uncommon, then you might bump that up. I'm in an area where that is expected, and so I include that at the end. Great photograph of the bathroom. Good job with the shower curtain here. That's excellent. I recommend doing something like that. Opens up the shower more, makes the room feel larger. You never want to photograph, like I said before, with the shower curtain closed. A little bit of decent staging there with the towels and such. Another great picture of the bathroom, pop of color, matching color over here. Great job. And these things are simple. Like, you can grab something at Dollarama, grab a shower curtain that's got some purple or some yellow or some green or something in it. And then you're going to throw like a little plant like this, also from Dollarama, or a bamboo stick or something like that, that matches it. And it's just going to make your photographs pop that much more. That's got a lot of color. Common area, the gym there. So that's not too bad. We'll leave it there for today. I'm Chris from the Landlord Training Institute. We help take the pain out of property management, and I will see you next Tuesday with another video.